In this video, I will show you exactly how to build Baal as a support or burst DPS. I'll be showing you her support artifacts, weapons, and give you guys a few team compositions. First, I want to thank you guys for the support recently. I appreciate the support in each video. I'll do my best to improve my editing and content quality. I hope each and one of you will continue to support and follow my journey. Let's get right into Baal's support and sub DPS artifacts. The best in stock for Baal is gonna be the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. This set is basically made for Baal. When Baal is in her elemental burst state, her auto attacks are gonna be elemental burst damage. Therefore, since Baal's kit practically revolve around energy recharge, this set will help Baal achieve high energy recharge stat more easily. Not only that, building 4-piece Emblem will also contribute to her Ascension 4 passive as well. This is simply the best artifact set hands down for Baal, and you should work towards perfecting these artifacts for sure. For some alternative placeholders you can use, the 4-piece Thundersoother is a decent alternative if you don't have good substats on 4-piece Emblem yet. This set will make Baal's elemental skill hit harder, and its value comes from team comps with longer rotations and teams that can greatly utilize Baal's elemental skill damage well. The 35% damage bonus against opponents affected by Electro is really valuable in teams that have Electro resonances. Lastly, you can also run a combination of 2-piece Gladiator, 2-piece Shimenawa, 2-piece Thundering, or 2-piece Noblesse. If you don't have the previous two artifacts I mentioned, you can pick any two sets out of the 4 I listed here that give you the best substats. I will still work towards a 4-piece Emblem though. It's more of a short-term band-aid until you find the right stats on 4-piece Emblem. For artifact stats to aim for, Baal is honestly pretty flexible with her artifacts, because her main stats depend on what weapon you plan on using, what team comp you are running, and substats on those artifacts. But the main gist is crit rate or crit damage on hat. Pick the stat that put you the closest to a 1-2 ratio of crit rate to crit damage. For timepiece, you can either pick attack percent or energy recharge. Attack percent will always yield more damage than energy recharge. However, Baal loses less damage compared to other characters for going energy recharge stance, and also gains a lot more energy regeneration on her elemental burst. Therefore, pick based on what team comp you are gonna run on Baal. If you want to save the headache of choosing, just get yourself an Engulfing Lightning and end the conversation there. For Goblet, you can run electro damage or attack percent. They are very close to each other in damage, but you can also look at the list table here for a list of situations. The priority Goblet stat is gonna be ranked from top, which is most important to bottom. So for example, if you have Bennett or Sarah on your team, pick Electro Goblet even if you are running AR Sands. For Baal's weapons, the Engulfing Lightning is the best weapon for Baal hands down. This weapon's passive gives 30% energy recharge for using an elemental burst and provides an attack percent increase when you have your base energy recharge over 100%. It also boasts a high base attack along with energy recharge substats, basically the perfect weapon worthy of Baal. The Skyward Spine is also a really nice choice. You get energy recharge substats and the passive is pretty insane. However, a thing to note is that the attack speed is sort of irrelevant, as Baal cannot consistently fit an extra attack before her elemental burst state ends. However, this weapon is still top tier and you should use it if you don't have the Engulfing Lightning. Next, the catch is gonna be a really strong weapon that you can get for free starting from the 2.1 update. This weapon also provides energy recharge as a substat, and at Refinement 5, the weapon passive increases elemental burst damage by 32% and elemental burst crit rate by 12%. This weapon is really strong, and if you are not gonna pull the weapon gacha, this weapon will be your best free-to-play weapon as you can get Refinement 5 for free. And look at this picture. Doesn't this weapon fit Baal perfectly aesthetics-wise? The Favnius Lance is another 4-star weapon that is pretty solid on Baal. This weapon provides energy recharge substats and will work exceptionally well if you are running Baal as a support. You can run this weapon until you get a catch to Refinement 5. If you lack crit rate and spend money on a battle pass, Deathmatch is a 4-star weapon you can run on Baal. Of course, any of these 5-star weapons are viable on Baal, so if you have any one of these, you can simply use it and call it a day. I also went over all the weapons in this video here, if you want to learn more about every polearm and how it will perform on Baal. Let me quickly run through Baal's pros and cons. For pros, Baal is simply amazing to have on your team. Her utility and kit will make not just Electro teams good, but she can fit in many teams because every character have an elemental burst, right? And she can improve that regeneration ability. Also, her character design is amazing as well. For cons, I can't really think of anything other than she can't cook, I guess, but she doesn't need to know how to cook, because I will gladly cook for her or tell Xiangling to do it. Alright, so for Bao's team comp, since Bao just came out, I will give a few teams for you guys to reference, but do know that further testing is needed. Raiden Shogun's 10,000 votes is the first team I recommend. It will consist of Bao, Beidou, Sara, and a flex. Beidou and Sara both have 80 energy costs, which helps Bao with her resolve stacking, and Bao's flat energy regeneration will allow Beidou and Sara to run very little energy recharge stats. This team's downfall is it lacks other elements, so bring proper elemental coverage based on the situation. Yoimiya on Firecrackers is another team I recommend. It will consist of Yoimiya, Beidou, Bao, and Bennett. This is an overload team that will produce fireworks as a result with constant overloads, which covers Yoimiya's AoE weakness. You can also replace Yoimiya with other pyro DPS like Yangfei or Klee. The next team I recommend is Raiden Shogun's Cooking School. This team comp will be Xiangling, Bao, Xinqiu, and Bennett. Xiangling will do a lot of heavy lifting, mixing overload and vape damage. Bao will provide an easier requirement of energy recharge for Xiangling and Xinqiu to charge their elemental burst. And who knows, maybe putting Xiangling and Bao on the same team can make Bao learn how to cook one day. The last team I will give is sort of a meme team. It's the triple Archon team. We have Bao, Zhongli, Venti, and the last slot you can put whoever you want. This team proves that you are an Archon collector, and honestly, this team can probably work really well as well. If you are planning on using this team, let me know in the comments below. A character that is very compatible with Bao is Beidou. She is going to be on a lot of team comps with Bao because it brings Electro Resonance, and since she is a character with 80 energy costs, she can help Bao with resolve stackings. She also deals good damage, so Beidou is essentially a character that will work in unity with Bao. Yola is another great pair with Bao. Pairing Yola up with Bao can be quite insane. With Bao's off-field electro application and damage, Yola will do a lot of superconducts, and you might be able to put someone else other than a cryo battery like Diona in your team comp to be able to charge her elemental burst on time. I also hope Sara is a electro duo with Bao. I will probably put these two together a lot or run a 10,000 votes team because electro teams have been set aside for too long. It's time for a change. That's about all I have for you guys today. Again, thank you for all the recent support. By the way, I made a Discord server recently. It's brand new. Feel free to drop by and say hi. I will try to improve on every video to make the best quality content I can, and I also have a lot of new videos coming up, so make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, join the Discord, and stay tuned for more Bao guides and tests, and I'll see you guys later.